Hi, beautiful people. How are you doing? I'm back.
Sips my drink.
You started.
Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today's episode we have a familiar guest. Please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm back. Whoever doesn't know me, please
go to the previous video. Yes, the link. Yeah.
Click
So this
the
is
link.
Angel, my friend, and today we said, you know what, let's chat over some cocktails about some things. So we decided we're going to share some. This is not so serious, by the way. Don't expect some serious thing. Why don't pull out your notebooks? Just
I don't wear my glasses today, but
I know.
but
It's not that serious. It's more of like a chit and chat. So today's topic is friendships. We all don't like talking about it because those are topics people don't like to address for reasons we all don't know. So we have a couple of questions that we're going to get into.
so the first one is our friendship backstory.
Friendship backstory. Should I go first or do you want to go first?
Okay, let me go first
Okay.
because I feel like we have two different versions.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
But what I remember is that we met a couple of years ago at some point in campus. I'm really trying to pinpoint when, but just know, okay, we met through a mutual friend called Douglas.
Yeah.
Shout out to Douglas.
Hi Dojo.
Yes, so we met through Douglas and yeah, like okay, we kind of knew each other. I think we met in passing. I think I
Yes.
was reaching somewhere and you were leaving. So then
Yeah.
that's how we met. Was it the first or second year? One of the two.
Wait, what?
Yes.
That far?
Yes, because don't you remember we would meet each other like when we're
Yeah.
at events or like when we meet and then we just be
Yes.
like hi.
Can you imagine? I think the first vivid memory I have of like actually saying hi, and I remember it was for some night, and I was like, oh my god, like I knew you, like you were walking, and then I was doing the opposite. I'm like, oh hi, like that
Yeah.
wasn't even there at that time.
Mm.
I'm like, hi. I'm like, oh, I remember. I think I gave a report. I'm like, I've seen your friend Angel. And then, you know, when she would go for play, I'd be like, who else is there? And then he'd be like, oh, Angel and so and so, and you know, all the other friends. I'm like, okay, you guys enjoy. Can you imagine? Shame.
So yeah, literally that's how we met, and then we became close because we were working on some things together.
Yeah.
In my final year, that was that job, but she still had like an extra year to go.
Engineering.
Shout out to her, by the way. She's fine. We praise the Lord. But yeah, literally, yeah. Then that's when we became close. I started like talking a bit more because we
Yeah.
were working on those things
This
together.
was 2019.
It
Was it 2019?
Oh my god.
Was it 2019?
Yes.
Was it? Oh my god, it was 2019. Oh my god, guess what? February 2019. So it's like a friendversary kind of
Was it
thing.
February?
Yes, it was.
Or was it January? It was end of Jan.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel no, it was Feb.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay.
It was Feb. That I'm sure of.
Friendship anniversary.
You. Yeah, and just like that, we're here.
Yeah.
We're here, we're
And just
here.
like that, like and I really just wanted to say that I've always had that thing of it doesn't matter how long you've been friends,
Yeah.
but how that friend is to you,
Yeah.
that kind of measures your friendship. Like you can literally be friends. You can have known someone for like 15 years. There are people I've been friends with since like literally
Preschool.
Yes. Oh my goodness, there are people I've known. Yes, we're still friends, but like, you know, it's just like a once in a while, by the way, like on
Yeah.
social media, like, oh my gosh, how are you? And that kind of thing.
You're good.
There are even people that I've met like since coming here and like in S1, like we've been friends since S1.
Yeah.
But still, of course, like not at all. Like I have some really good friends from S1, like you know yourself. But then there are still some friends, yeah, we've known each other that long, but
they're not that close. Like
Yeah.
we're not that close, and there's no bad blood or anything. We're just
just
yeah,
just
we're friends.
but
Acquaintances.
friends for different reasons. Yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah,
I'm spilling that tea too early. Okay, let me hold back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now your version.
My version was that night I mentioned.
Yes.
And then the thing we were working with, Douglas was involved. So it's like, oh, I have a friend who could also possibly want to, So Angel comes all looking serious, glasses. I'm like, I was there trying to compose myself
Everyone,
with
by
the
the way.
best serious
The
version of
glasses thing.
myself. And then after that, we're meeting 2 days in a week, 3 days in a week, 4 days in a week, 5 days. And, now we're doing things together. I'm like, okay, and yeah, here we are, and it's 2021, and I don't know, it's a very short story of how we met, but yes, that's basically it. So 2 years in it.
Yeah.
Okay,
2
let's get into
years.
the next question.
Why are friends important?
Why are friends important? This is, you guys, honestly, I don't know, friends are everything. Like, you just can't do this life thing without friends. Let me break it down like that. You can't do this life thing without friends. Okay, you can try, but like, there are people who actually are willing to like have no friends, detachment from the world, and they're okay in their zone, and I respect that. But personally, I feel like friends are everything. Friends are like the family that you choose to have. You get, because you're born with siblings and cousins and all that, but then you choose your friends, so that's like the other family you decide to have. And honestly, sometimes friends can even be more family to you than your actual family. So they're everything.
Yeah, I think the same way, like the friends are the family that you choose. I saw
Yeah.
that somewhere some time ago, but it's the truth, honestly, because with your friends you get to pick and choose. When you see that someone isn't being good to you, like, it's as good as kicking them out of your life,
Yeah.
and like, it's done. But with family, like, whether they're good to you or not, like, you kind of don't have a choice in that.
Yeah, you
So,
don't choose your family, but you
still,
can choose
you
your
love them
friends.
regardless. You love them how they are. But with
Yeah.
friends, it's something that you work on. That you are, like, you can choose to work on. So definitely.
They'll be there for you, comfort you, vibes, times you're enjoying. Then when things are bad, you're there.
Yeah.
And there are situations that I have been through that I honestly don't think I would have come out alone. I can testify to that, like, if I didn't have friends. So yes, they're very important. They're like the family that you choose. That's how we can summarize it.
How to grow and nurture a friendship.
How about you go first?
Okay, so basically, honestly, I'm just going to give you the basics of growing and nurturing a friendship, which is one, be there for the person.
Yeah.
Even if there are those moments, there are people who, rightfully so, like, people are a little bit closed off, are not so trusting, but be there in the capacity that you can.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're just giving them a phone call to ask how they are, to whatever it is,
Yeah.
without them necessarily telling you like their problems or opening up to you. Just those small things can really help, and can help to grow and nurture your relationship.
When it comes to nurturing and building friendships, you guys, you know how people be like, she got a boyfriend, she changed, Like, your friends, like, that's also a relationship. You get the fact that you're choosing to relate with another person makes it a relationship. The levels are different, the circumstances are different, but a friendship is like almost like an actual relationship with like your boyfriend or the person you're dating. So you have to put in effort. It's a two-way thing. Like,
Definitely.
I cannot even stress this much. It has to be 50-50. Otherwise, one person is going to be weighed down. So the only way to build and nurture your friendship is put in 50-50. Make phone calls, send that message, do a video call, go see the person. I mean, they've been quiet for a while. Why? Like, I don't know if you get my point. Like, it's 50-50. If I'm checking up on you, then check up on me also. It shouldn't be like just one-sided, because then it's going to fall however much you really wanted to be friends with a person. So it's a 50-50 thing. It's a relationship. Yeah, that's how I treat it for me.
At the end of the day, it's between like two people.
Yeah.
And what works for them. You know? Especially now, I understand like if you have a really busy schedule, a lot of responsibilities, it's hard to like check in on someone every single day. It can be difficult for some people. You know, there are people who work crazy hours and then they go home, they have crazy, you know, things to do. Like it's difficult, especially as we grow up and like the responsibilities pile, and literally it gets hard.
You know,
but at the end of that day, as long as
starting to spill from my cup. Can I say that I actually don't take that as an excuse?
Really?
No, like it's an excuse to a certain point.
Okay,
like there's a limit you cannot reach. I don't know if you get, because there's this thing I like to say: people do things for the people they want to do things for.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
So you can't tell me that in their life they're not talking to anyone at all. I don't know if you get every day.
Okay.
For 6 months. Sorry, being caught up with work. For 6 months, your mouth has been shut. You just enter work, you type like a mad person, then you go out. I don't know if you get like.
Okay, I understand,
we don't actually have, because they are friends. I actually do have friends I've not seen. I've seen like once in 5 years, but we talk, we check up on each other. Like there's no excuse. Time zones, what? I mean, even though you're busy with work, there's that point where you're like, okay, let's say I was doing university, I was doing uni, I was working. There's a point where you're like, wait, I've been caught up in all this. And you're like, hi, how are you? How have you been? Sorry, I've been caught up. But you can't tell me for 6 months you've been caught
up. Okay, yeah, that's true.
You get so.
But at least check-ins, like.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really, really important.
A message, I don't think when a message is 1 KB, is it?
Okay, true. Okay, now like just sending a message.
Yes, like, hi, how have you been? Like, I don't think when a message is 1 KB, so. You people with your cards of I am busy and caught up. People do things for the people they want to do things for. So don't take that as an excuse. Okay, to a certain point.
What does it mean to be a good friend? I think we kind of covered this in like, the same question.
Literally.
Like, literally, the only way that you're going to be able to grow and nurture your friendship is if you're being a good friend. Obviously, if you're being a bad friend or you're not being a friend at all, the friendship won't grow and it won't be nurtured.
Yes, yes. No judgment, you know, those basics. Like, guys, this video is not that serious. So if you're expecting to have must be understanding, must be so that's serious. But yes, understanding, don't be judgmental, reach out. Basically 50-50, you know, like treat people how you want them to treat you.
That's true.
That's the only way you're going to be a good friend. If there's something I say to Angel, and then let's say I pause and I'm like, oh, if I say this, would she be okay? Like if she say this to me, like would I actually be okay with that? Then I actually won't say it, you know, because it's also not going to be all roses. We shall get to that, but yeah.
Different types of friends.
Must I remind you all? These are our opinions.
Yeah. Our opinions and personal experiences.
So
not like a whole generalized, like this is what is happening in our world. No, it's like so chill.
So types of friends.
So okay, let me start with type number 1 and then you can like list the
Okay.
Type number 1 is what I would like to call the enjoyment friend. Enjoyment and friend for vibes.
Vibes and enjoyment.
Your friends when okay, like are we going out? Where are we going this weekend? Where are we going this Tuesday evening? Where are we going? You know, that kind of friend. Like, and it's really cool. Like it's
okay.
Chill. Like we're good with that. Like we're for enjoyment. I'm not into it. It's alright. Like when I'm going home, you probably don't even know where I'm going.
How I'm going, where I'm going.
Like,
but when we meet, it's a good time.
And which is okay, like it doesn't always have to be that deep, you know. Sometimes we need those kinds of friendships in our lives as well, like not like undermining them or anything. But sure, sometimes you need those kinds of friends and it's really okay. But yeah, enjoyment, vibes, just know if like no shade, but if you're seeing that friend, they only call you in the evening, like
on Friday evening to be specific.
Not Friday, they start from morning. Hi, how are you? How was your week? I haven't spoken to you all week. How was your week? On Friday, like morning-ish, afternoon-ish.
Yes.
What are we doing today?
Day.
Or what are we
What's
doing
the
tomorrow?
plan?
What's the plan? So yeah, no shade again.
Okay.
Disclaimer.
The shoe fits though. Anyway.
But yeah, it's like sometimes we need those kinds of friends.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
have a good time with. To
Like
to
because
let
sometimes you be
loose.
going through things.
Yes.
And you don't want to meet up with people who are going to be like, oh my God, Yoshika, are you okay?
Yeah.
What? Are you feeling better?
Yeah.
Should we? You know, you need people who are going to, they're going to be like, yes,
Let's
get the
go.
cocktail, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, and yeah, it's also okay.
Which is also okay.
Friendship type number 2, judgmental.
Oh yes.
Eh?
Yeah.
You know, those and you tell something, and even when they're trying not to be judgmental, their facial expression
Expression.
just
As soon as you mention it.
just be like,
Actually, there's something. No. There are some things you don't even mention to them.
How?
Because you know.
they're
Like how the
yes.
conversation is going
Imagine
to end,
having a friend you
or
can't
what they're
talk
going to
to.
be thinking
Yes.
about. Like.
Yeah. So that's too judgmental. You know what that means. 3.
So type number 3 has to be the friend who is there for you, or the emotional friend, or I wouldn't say emotional because they may not be an emotional person,
Oh,
but
the one who is there,
the one who is there
always
for you.
there.
Yes. So now let me tell you how this person can be. This person can still be like any one of the other 2 types we've mentioned.
Yeah.
That's true. But they're this person who, if you call them in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
and you said like you had this issue, or like when you were having an issue, and you called them, like they would be there for you. They would do everything that they could to try and help you. They can still be your enjoyment friend or your friend for vibes. It's
Or even the judgmental one who is going to
Yes.
be like, come through for you. Then they'll be
But-
like, but why were you this stupid? Like, I
know.
don't get them. But then they'll
Yes,
still be there for you.
Yeah, but still, I think especially in your close circle, like your best friends, like say your 5 closest friends,
Yeah.
one of them has to be at least that.
Yeah.
If one of them isn't, I'm sorry, I think you should evaluate
Evaluate at
your circle. No offense, but honestly, I think you
yes.
have to, because if you don't have at least one friend who you can count on, like in case anything happens to you, or in case you're in a bind and you're like, oh my goodness, this is another person I can call, of course, apart from like say a family member, or like a spouse or a partner. Like if you don't have at least one friend, I don't know. Maybe start evaluating your circle.
Kati, bring me that Caesar. You know that Caesar. Kind of new year, new me. Bring out that Caesar. Type number 4. Shake the tables a bit. The taker, stroke opportunist. You guys, I'm sure you can relate with this. Like, these are friends who absolutely have nothing to contribute to your life. It's not financial, it's not emotional, it's not physical. They're not there. At least someone would rather be there for you, even though they are judgmental, but at least they're there for you. You know?
But this kind of friend just takes.
Yes, they take
without
everything.
actually giving anything to the friendship.
Yeah.
They are not, even if like it's as basic as just like a phone call, or but no, they don't do that. You're always the one contacting them. You're always the one contributing to the friendships. Now say like if we're having like a girl date like this,
Yes.
like you're always the one paying for drinks. You're always the one paying for food. You're always the one calling to check in on them. But when was the last time they called and checked in on you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opportunity.
So-
Like they see an opportunity. They don't see you for you and all these amazing things you do for them. They basically see an opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to
Like
make.
when they're going to meet you, it's an opportunity. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have some drinks. Oh my goodness, I'm going to eat some lunch.
Yes.
Oh my goodness,
Yes.
this person is going to be there for me right now in this situation that I'm in. Like they're going to help me emotionally. Like they're going to be there for me and help me get through it.
Yeah.
But have you ever asked yourself, like, how can I help them get through what they're getting through? You're never asking those questions. You just want someone to be there.
To be there for you.
That is you constantly taking. So, like, it's also, by the way, it's also really important to evaluate yourself as a friend.
Oh,
and
yeah.
see, like if you've been, like, have you actually been trying to be a good friend?
Yeah, there's one
Not
thing, good
necessarily,
friends.
like I know it's hard to keep up friendships with like all the people you can be friends with. You can have so many friends, but at least in your closest circles, like your closest friends, like, am I being a good friend? Like, am I doing these good things?
Yeah.
Am I actually trying to grow and nurture my friendship, or am I just taking from this friendship?
Am I seeing an opportunity?
Yeah.
Their uncle knows someone in some big place. I'll get that job.
Yes.
Yes. They have cute friends, so I'll probably get a boyfriend from there.
Yeah.
You know, their family, a girlfriend. You know,
Yeah.
like basically, you know, that was type 4. Is
Yeah.
there any more? Vibes, enjoyment, judgmental, the taker. I think that's a bit I think all the
that
other
sums it up.
categories kind of fall somewhere in between. They are all merging like two of those.
Yeah.
So yeah, that will be it for the types of friends. So
Yeah.
check yourself. What kind of friend are you? Are you the, every time you're thinking of your friends, you don't think about them in any way, just thinking of, what am I going to get? Or every time you're checking on your friends, it's what's the Friday plan? Or every time, at least, or are you the kind of friend who's gonna be like, oh, are you okay? It's been, you're so quiet. I noticed they even change your habits. Like they see not like they notice change in your habits. Like, hey, Barbara does YouTube. She hasn't been on YouTube for a couple of weeks. Is everything okay? Because that's really not her, you know. So just check yourself and see what kind of friend you are before you demand to have good friends also.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it possible to have a bad friend or a toxic friend?
Sips.
Okay, let me answer for the both of us then. It is very possible to have a bad friend or a toxic friendship, and very possible not to even know it.
Oh, yes.
Very possible. Like, literally, I can tell you from personal experience, like, I have been in toxic friendships where it took me like literally getting out of the friendship to realize
how
oh my
toxic
goodness,
it was.
It was horrible. That was.
Are you seeing why say friendships are like relationships?
Yes. Oh
like
my goodness, like
it's
sometimes I get out of it, like, and I'm like we're no longer talking or that kind of thing, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like this person was okay. No shade. Of course, like friendship is like a two-way street.
Yes.
Like definitely, there are always like it's input from two people. Even trust me, the bad things of our friendship is input from two people.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like I still tried my best, like especially when it comes to relationships with anyone.
Yeah.
Like I will still try my best. I will still put in 100% effort. So literally you can look afterwards and you're like, oh my goodness, this was really not nice. Like, what was I doing?
Sometimes you can be a bad friend. You can even be the toxic friend and you don't know it.
Yes, it's so
you know?
possible. Like honestly, you can. So just like we said, sit down and evaluate the kind of friend
you
that
are.
you've been.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Yeah. I think she said it all. I honestly have nothing to say. I just sipped, so moving on. But it's possible.
So, how to deal with a bad friend or a toxic friendship? This might not be the best. I'm sorry, like I've talked a lot.
No, please help, because some topics I have nothing to say. Like, you know, the words are like. But how do you deal with your toxic friendships?
Honestly, it's just that in some instances I've learned after the friendship ended that it was toxic or it wasn't good for me. But in other cases, when I realize or when I'm like kind of seeing it drifting to that, I personally usually just cut them off. Like
the scissor for the new year, new me is back. Now I think that's like my thing also, because I feel like there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can say, and people are people. I don't know how do I explain. Like people will be people. Like if that's someone's character, like for them in their right senses, they don't realize like, you know, I mean, because friendships are also like, it's like a relationship. It's going to be smiles, but then there'll be those times when someone does something to upset the other. But I feel like that's where you actually sit down and have a conversation and talk to the person. Yeah. But we cannot have the conversation once. Beg, sis, twice. there are several indirect ones in there, not the actual sitting one, and you're still doing the same things and you haven't changed. Like, that's where I now will bring out my, because I feel like I'm a patient person. Like, I'm not going to immediately be like, she annoyed me. Okay, I do this thing where in that moment of the toxicity or when I'm angry, I kind of step back and I take time to think, because I don't want to rush into a decision or rush into saying some, like what you say, it cannot be reversed.
That's true.
So you may be pissed in that moment and then you utter some things, no wonder, hey, what? And then later, like, when you become friends again, you can't recover from that. Yeah. You actually can't.
Some of the things you've said.
Yes. So I usually take a step back, analyze, and if I see that the scissor fits, I don't know if that's a real fit. My scissor, because honestly, with friendships, it's like a relationship again. Your mental health is at stake. You're putting in a lot from your heart, from your mind. So if it's toxic, if it's that toxic, and honestly, you're not seeing it changing, or there's no point, please just like release yourself. You're going to meet many more people in your life, and you're going to move on. If the friend is worth talking to, talk to the toxic friend, because some people don't know they are toxic.
That's true. Not even some, a lot of people.
Most toxic people don't know they are toxic.
They don't know.
They don't know what they are doing. So
literally, you would, like, obviously, like, the best policy is to talk it out.
Yeah.
And, to see and reevaluate, do, like, friendship audits. I don't know if you know what those are.
Friendship audits.
We'll put in a link below.
Yeah.
But you can do friendship audits. You can, just keep checking in on your friendship and how it's doing. But because at the end of the day, not everyone is can open up that easily.
Yeah.
To actually come and say to you, like, oh my goodness, you did this to me. It wasn't nice. Like, I'm really upset about it. And his exhibit A is my friend. Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything.
She's not like, it's not easy for her to open up about such things.
Yes.
But like, if you can do for those friendship audits and talk to the person and like actually get them to open up in that
like now
way.
I know. Angel, I would ghost Angel.
Can you imagine?
Over something so small, yet I could have actually
talked to me for like 2 days.
2 only?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 days are the kind of silence, and after you begin saying K, cool, G.
Talk to me for like 2 days, and then I'd be like something's up. No, in not talking to me for like 2 days, I mean like you'd be giving those funny answers.
Yes. But not like then, I know.
Yeah. Like, so literally, okay, I'm a big fan of communication. I'm a big communicator. I literally told her, like, you have to stop doing that. Like, it's not okay. Like, it's not really nice.
It's easy. Yes, I know.
It's easy, but it's not okay. Okay, in our friendship, it's not okay.
See, now we know. And now I know that I can be itching it when she calls and I'm like, no, I can think of don't pick up as if it's my boyfriend even. One call and I'm like, you know what, then I'm like, okay, I call back, hi Angel, how are you? Then eventually we get to the point and it wasn't even that serious. So if you can talk about it, please do. If you talk about it and honestly it's affecting you way more, because some toxic friends don't even know they are hurting you, so they are living their best lives. Please, they are suffering with their emotions, so address it. Actually talk to them, and if you see that there's no change or anything, bring out your scissor and start your new year in the middle of the year. Yes.
Like, I'm such a big advocate for, like, people can change, people can really try to be there for me. Okay, I would say actually most of them try to be there for me in the way that they could, in the best way that they could. Of course, some people didn't try as hard, and it kind of disappointed me. And that's another thing, friends will always, like, most times, like, people will disappoint you.
Yeah.
That's the truth. But like, it's all about forgiving and forgetting, as long as the friendship is worth it.
Yeah. My last point, which doesn't have anything to do with the question. I should have said this in nurturing friendships,
Really?
Yes. You guys, maintaining and nurturing your friendship does not require you to be the richest person in terms of finances, being able to do girl dates and able to do shopping, go Friday night or what. It's being rich at heart, Sometimes the the way you can be there for people is like just reaching out, you know, being there for them, and you don't have to buy them fancy gifts or what, like just being there for them. So money should never be an excuse not to be friends with people. Like, hey, I'm now cutting myself away from the world because I have no money. I mean, get 1,000 shillings, put minutes, and call all of them for 1 minute, and just be like, I was checking on you, and that's enough. So you don't need them a lot of money to, you know, be there for your friends. That shouldn't be to nurture your friendship. Like, because we're not doing fancy dates, we're no longer going out for anything, suddenly we can't be friends. Do I not have a home?
Like, usually you can come home. Like, you know, a safe border, two safe border.
We could even meet on the road and talk, and that would be okay. You know,
like, it's just, it's not that like, it doesn't have to be like that all the time. And I think people kind of misjudge, and and honestly, if you're seeing in your friendship that you feel like you need to have money to keep up that friendship,
think about it again.
Think about it. Give it some second thought. Definitely 100% enjoyment's friend. Definitely.
And that was it for today on the Let's Talk Let's Talk friendship series. Feel free to leave your comments below. Are there any types of friends we left out? Do you have other ways of coping toxic friends? How are you able to be a good friend? Let us know. Like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Till next time. Bye.